I just want to show something real quick. I'm working on. Maybe I switched the autofocus to manual on something which is for the ornithopter, which is the inside of the turbofan. No, turbofan, turbojet. I thought about switching over to a turbofan. This one is a model only. And as I was building this, I was like, damn, like I'm 31. There are probably people who build like working turbofans and are full-time employed in companies and stuff like this. But I don't try to beat myself up with this because, yeah. Here is the reference. I just realized, wait a second, General Electric builds this, and it's a fully, no, it's a turbojet, fully fossil fuel, and I thought, yeah, it's for generators. They, knowledge about generators, so maybe it fits perfectly into them. But no, the thing is, this is my reference turbojet, and it's cool because it has a lot of the specific model, which is the J85G70A. I think it's an older one, and it has a lot of reference and also CAD models if I decide to look into it. And what I like here, specific for fans, is the outside diameter is the same and the inside diameter changes. So for me, building stuff that I'm gonna put inside the casing at the bottom side of the ornithopter, where it's currently empty, this suits better, at least. And then as I was looking at this and trying to figure out, and I realized, wait a sec, I start to understand some stuff. And I find it cool that here in front is are the compressor blades, and as the diameter of the shaft gets larger, it compresses the air. And then this part puzzled me for a moment, but then I realized what it does. It goes in from the bottom here, and it gets it gets into this chamber. Now it gets compressed and gets into this chamber. And here from the other side, I'm not so sure, but it's probably gas that goes in here, and then it mixes here, and then it gets ignited, and then it pushes itself out through here. So this like this in both sides how it gets mixed. Stuff like this are noted, and it's like it takes away. Before it looks like some complicated mess, and what's this and what's that, and you look at this pipe structure, and what the fuck does anything do? And if you understand the concept, from technical background, I learned technical drawing, and I built different machines, and it was toys. I built toys, but through that there's some engineering. Then I went to engineering. When I understand the technical background, I can start being creative with it, because all the stuff I assume that's on the side, it's to maintain the constant pressure of the fuel, I suppose. And then you think about this, and it has to be an uneven spread, and you have the injection on one side, so it's probably some splitting or something going on, or something. So through studying this, you understand the meaning of certain components, and you can compartmentalize this into different stuff. And when I'm building the model and I'm building a specific jet engine, then I can gain some creative freedom that still looks realistic. And when some people, actual engineers or people, they also get inspired by this. And I had my art teacher reflected about something happening with him. I had a similar thing, trying to prove it to the experts, and this limits you as an artist. And then when I think he came through a comic shop or something like this, or I don't know what it was, or some kind of, and there was some armors displayed, and one of them is just like a cheesy looking leather armor or something like this, and with spikes and stuff. I don't know, I should listen to his, it already sounds a little bit, no, it's not that, it's just, you know, combat, quote unquote combat, and no, it's not that. But we just asked, you know, if there's, I don't know what he asked, but you know, in the response the person gave, it is just for looks. That it has been built this way because it looks cool, and this experience, you know, gave him permission to just design stuff that looks cool. Sometimes I do this, but I get weighed down by this voice inside me. But you know, my art teacher saying this, and then me looking at this and stuff, and you know, people don't have to be critical, and I think there's a certain kind of person that when looks at this, that they critical, it has nothing to do with the subject matter, it has something to do with them, I suppose, having a need to express something because they don't know how else to, and this is the only canvas they can express this feeling through. So I can't let myself take this seriously, and there are enough people who, you know, love science fiction. I mean from the other, I can do as long as I try to make it cool and I love what I'm doing. So I try to view it this way, and now I do the technical realism from a point of feeling good. And if it doesn't work, you know, that's also fine. And now I approach it, you know, from the bottom kind of, and the sun is shining too as I'm saying this. And the stuff looks bright, even though yesterday I called my grandfather and he was like, no, you gotta, you know, in terms of asking for money, he said no. How about I talk with your uncle and you can work for him, and you gotta learn to work a little bit. I'm afraid to say something or stuff because I think it's maybe one day. No, it's not. I don't know how to. But the thing is, I already made a journal entry about this. But you know, as you said this, I didn't feel devastated. I have this fear, but no, I noticed. I know that I have this fear. Up to this point anyway. So now I feel motivated to now do the decision to actually get this. And he also said, no, I don't want to. I want to do a different talk about this, but this thing that I'm working on, and I held this against the light. Let me show you what I went to this window sometimes because the light's bright here. And I held this against the, and it looks so beautiful. It looks so beautiful, and I can already imagine. And it's just one of the blades, and my back already hurts. I'm sitting there, so I'll probably start from this one's the front one, but this one's almost 100% covered. So I start with the rear ones that you can see at the exhaust, and then I work my way forward. And then I have the finished turbine shaft. Yeah, the fins. So beautiful. Okay, this is it.